Welcome back to the online sessions on data communications and computer networks. So, we are discussing about unit number 2 now, and in this very important concept we are going to speak now. That is going to be there are functions of the data link layer. Primarily, the data link layer is going to support three important functions which are very important. So, line discipline, flow control, and error control. So we can have error detection and error correction. So these two comes under the error control operations. Flow control normally going to look into the flow of data between source and the destination computers. So line discipline means what? Before the data is being transmitted, what kind of handshaking is normally required to provide or to fulfill the fruitful communication between the source and the destination. So that is what this line discipline basic things. So here these three are the very important functions of data link layer. So many times this question has been asked for 8 marks. So for 8 marks you are supposed to write all these 3 points in detail. And while explaining these functions, try to depend for these two, especially line display and flow control. You have to explain these two by using the timing diagram, where the time is taken on the vertical axis, right? Whereas in the case of signals and systems, we usually consider the time along the horizontal axis, whereas here the time is taken along the vertical axis. That is what the difference here between the representations of the data transfer between source and the destination computer, where we normally explain the operation on the timing diagram, where the time is taken along the vertical axis. Now, first of all, let us go with the line discipline function. So line discipline is always going to speak about how a communication has to be done between source and the destination, what type of handshakings are required for a data transfer between source and the destination. That is what this line discipline is normally concerned with. So here, what do you mean by line? Line is nothing but a physical link or a transmission line between the source computer and a destination computer. So here we may call the source computer as a station, source station, station A or station B. We may call this computer as a device. We may call the computer as a terminal. It is all based on the context on which we normally going to speak about, but the meaning is going to be same. Any device which is communicating, any computer which is communicating in the data communication network can be called as a device in general. So therefore the word line here means that there are transmission line between source device and the receiving device. And discipline normally speaks about when the transmission is to be carried out over the transmission line. So discipline means what? How, in what manner, or when the data has to be transmitted from one computer to another computer via the line known as transmission line. So here basically this line discipline is normally going to coordinate with the half duplex kind of communication. What do you mean by half duplex communication? In half duplex, the transmitter always going to transmit and the receiver is always going to receive the signals. In half in so in half duplex, the transmitter and receiver is going to perform its job only in a stipulated time. That means when a transmitter is transmitting and receiver is receiving, both these entities are normally going to perform transmission. Transmitting the device is always going to transmit, receiving device is always going to receive, but they cannot do the activities simultaneously. That is what called half duplex. There are basically simplex communication, half duplex communication. In the simplex communication, always the transmitter remains as transmitter and the receiver always going to remain as a receiver. Whereas in the case of half duplex communication, transmitter, both the devices can transmit and receive but not at the same time. It's called simply half duplex kind of a communication in general. So simply when you think about a radio, when you think about a TV, so television system transmissions, when you think about a radio communication, In radio communication, always transmitter is going to transmit, your radio is only going to receive. You cannot retransmit signals from radio to the radio station. Similarly, from TV also, you can only watch what is coming on the TV, but you cannot really send any signals to the TV transmission channel from the television itself, because it is going to have a simplex kind of a communication. It is simply transmitting signals. It is simply making the communication in the simplex mode of communication. That means it is going to be only one way. Simplex is only going to be one way kind of a communication. Transmitter remains as a transmitter, receiver remains as a receiver. Whereas in the case of half duplex, that is not the case. The transmitter and receiver both can transmit and receive, but not simultaneously. It cannot do this job simultaneously, which means what we can say is, in half duplex communication, when a transmitter is going to transmit and receiver is going to receive, the receiver is only going to receive, transmitter is only going to receive in that stipulated time. After stipulated time, then the operations are going to get interchanged. The receiver, if at all want to transmit, it can transmit, and the transmitter can able to receive the signals in the case of the half duplex kind of a communication. Now, especially this line discipline is normally meant to support this half duplex kind of communication, and here it is normally going to perform this communication, okay, using two disciplines, or using two methods known as inquire acknowledgement method and pole select method. These two are the important methods which we normally going to use for data transmissions between source and the destination. Say for example, if a source station known as a transmitter want to transmit some signals to the receiving stations, usually in general receivers are going to be many receivers will be there to receive the signals from the transmitting device. So let us imagine now using this line discipline methodology, using this line discipline function. Line discipline function is normally implemented by using two methods. One is going to be called as inquiry acknowledge method, ENQ/ACK, and pole select. So here these two are used for two different situations of the network conditions. The first one is going to be inquire acknowledge. Next one is going to be pole select. So this first one, inquire acknowledge, is normally meant to transfer data from source computer to many other receiving computers. So the situation is going to be, there are going to be many receivers, there is going to be only one source, just like a radio communication. Radio transmitter is going to be only one, but receivers are going to be many. But some more extended features are also added here by using inquire acknowledge kind of a thing here in the case of this method. Next method is going to be pole select method. In the case of this pole select method, if receiver want to transmit some signal to the sender or a primary station, then in that case we normally going to use this particular pole select. That means pole select is normally used whenever the receiver want to transmit some signals to the source. In the case of inquire acknowledge, whenever source want to transmit to the receiver, it is going to use this inquire acknowledge type of the methods. Now let us try to discuss in depth about these two basic functionalities. Okay. So this method is normally used, the method of line discipline is used when the receiver is clearly identified without any doubt. This inquire acknowledge method in the line discipline is normally used when the receiver is clearly identified without any doubt. That means without any doubt means what? There should be a dedicated line between the source and the destination. That means until the communication won't get completed, that line is going to be dedicated for that particular connection only. That is what called, your dedicated kind of a link here. So therefore this inquire acknowledge is normally doing what? Controls, coordinates, and gives a green signal to a particular device to transmit information to the already identified receiver by first checking whether or not the receiver is ready to receive and accept the signal or not. The simple example is the interaction session is established between the units of the same rank on the link. That is between the ALU and the memory units. So between ALU and memory, there will be some handshaking going on. That means something like memory units is going to have so much of program resided, and this program has to be simply given to the ALU for processing. So continuously the data should be transferred from memory unit to the ALU. So in that case, memory unit can be simply called as a primary station, and the other one is going to be called as a secondary station. Now to explain about this handshaking, we normally going to call source as a station A, destination is going to be called as a station B kind of a application. So in this case, we are, as I was talking to you, that we normally going to take the time on the vertical axis. See, the time is taken on the vertical axis. So what is the operation which is going on in the enquire acknowledgement method? Let us look into this now. So first of all, station A, if at all it is having some data to transmit, it sends an enquire signal to station B to enquire about the condition of the station B. So station B is normally, this should be acknowledged signal actually. The station B is going to acknowledge to station A, telling that it is ready to accept signal from station A. Then the station A is going to send acknowledgement signal, message signal to the station B. Then after the station A receives acknowledgement for the message 1, that it has been received by station B, then station A is going to once again transmit next message called message 2 to the station B. If at all station B could not receive this signal, this message, then it sends a negative acknowledgement to the station A. Then what the station A has to do, it has to read, it is going to retransmit the message 2 where the station B has reported to station A about message 2 that it could not receive that particular message. Therefore that message 2 is once again going to get retransmitted. So like that, the transmission is normally going to take place between station A and station B, and after the completion of data transfer from station A to station B, station A is going to send end of transmission signal to station B, and station B understand that it has got all the packets received from station A. Then it is going to release the connections to the station A. So like this, the dedicated connection is normally going to get maintained. After that, so much of handshaking is normally going to take place to execute this particular enquire acknowledge line discipline operation. The next one is simply going to be very important, is going to be the poll select method. So this poll select method is very popular method in order to configure or to know the status of the destination computer. In a data communication network, what happens is, in data communications, usually we are normally going to have something like two types of architectures are going to be there in network communications. One is going to be distributed architecture, next one is going to be centralized architecture. In centralized architecture, you're going to have one central computer called master, and they're going to have so many receiving computers known as slaves. So here what happens is, these slaves are going to always perform their intended task. So whenever the master computer want to send some advanced software to source computers, then the handshaking is normally going to take place by using this enquire, acknowledge, poll select kind of signals. The scenario is going to be simple scenario. I may think about this poll select and acknowledgement signals here, methods here is going to be the Kino implementation of Kino Lotto games, which will be very popular in the countries like developed countries like USA, Russia, and all those countries. So in those countries, the situation is something like when you go to a supermarket, you can simply play so many games like Kino game, Lotto game, several other computer games, and all these computers are simply connected to a master computer by simply following a centralized network architecture. So if at all master want to install some new software into the slaves. Now, how the master is normally going to install the new software into the slave? By using this pole select signals kind of things. So that means here, if at all the source, if at all the master want to get some information from the secondary station, it simply send a pole signal to that particular station, asking for its permission, that I want to know this information from you. If you are ready to give information, you just give it to me. If the secondary station is ready to give information about its status, then it simply going to get selected. Because of pole signal, it is going to transmit the signal to the primary. Now, by knowing the status of the secondary, then what the primary will do now? Primary is normally simply going to send a packet to the secondary. So this packet is destined to the appropriate secondary. Only that secondary station is normally going to retrieve the information, and that particular software will be simply installed into the appropriate secondary machine. So always what happens in the practical world is that usually the secondary machines are simply going to get hanged, going to get damaged. Something which is not something which cannot be predicted is normally going to happen at the secondary. So at those times, what happens? The primary has to reinstall the software, staying at remote place. Something like the operation of Chandrayaan. The operation of the Chandrayaan to the Indian Space Center has really launched recently, but it has failed. But imagine if it is really successful, then what could happen really? The master computer is at the ground station, and the slave, which is known as embedded system, which is placed in the moon, okay, called rover. Some rover they have, Vikram rover, they have simply sent over there. So this Vikram lander, what it has to do, it has to take information signals from the source, and it has to work based on its internal configurations and programming. Due to some reasons, if that configuration file is corrupted, then from ground station we can able to send signals to the, or a configuration file to the rover Vikram lander, which is there in the moon. And after these signals are received by the, this file is received by the Vikram lander, it is going to reinitialize all its internal registers, everything. Then it starts functioning according to the requirement of the ground station. Now all this is what communication is happening wirelessly at remote place. So that means that can be done by using such a kind of a pole select kind of a signals. Now same thing can be done by using the data communications. So I just give you a very broader explanation or a understanding of pole select requirement. So whenever we have many computers connected in the internet, whenever we want to control some other computer which is there at remote place, we have to control the operations based on this pole select and enquire acknowledge signals. Okay, so that is what the overall broad overview of how we normally going to control all these kind of operations. So let us try to go with this basic thing here. So this pole select is normally meant for one primary station and many secondary stations. So secondary stations are going to be many. Now here, say for example, say primary station want to know the status of these particular stations. Say for example, primary station want to know the status of station A. It sends a pole signal to station A. So this, it sends a polling signal addressing to station A. So the same signal is transmitted over the same link. So all the stations connected to this line are going to receive this pole signal, but this pole signal is addressed to only station A. So station A only going to receive this particular signal. All other stations are simply going to get reject this particular pole A signal. Now if station A is not ready, what the station A will do? To send the status of its signal, then simply sends a negative acknowledgement to the primary station. Then next, what the primary station will do now? Primary station will send a pole signal to station B. Station B receives the pole signal. Now if it is ready to accept, if it is ready to send the signals, it's simply going to send the message signal to the primary station. That means it simply sends its status to the primary station about its working. Then later on, station B is normally been selected, and after it's been selected by selection signal, okay, then acknowledgement is been received by this, then like this, so much of handshaking is normally going to take place between these two. And once again the primary station is going to send a message signal to the station B about a configuration file or any file which is not required here or which is required to station B. That file is simply transmitted. Now that file is been taken by this particular station B. So like that, handshaking is going to be done here between these two. See, first of all, let us suppose there is some configuration file missing in station B. It sends the same information to station primary station. Primary station A once again sends a selection request to station B that be ready. I'm going to send you the signal to you. I'm going to send you that file, whatever is missing to you. Then it has been understood by the from the station B to primary station by acknowledgement signal. It's all handshaking. That means it is going to be a two-way communication continuously, one after the other. Right. Then the primary station A is going to transmit the configuration file to the station B. Then it is going to take the configuration file, it is going to get installed, and it is simply going to run its own software internally. It is going to perform its task internally. Similarly, other signals are normally going to get followed by this particular handshaking between primary station and station C. So like this, whenever you have a situation like many secondary stations and one primary station, we normally go with a polling signal. Polling means what? There are going to be many contestants in our general public elections also. There are many people will be contesting for the elections. Say around 10 to 15 people will be contesting for the elections like MLA, MP positions. So they are all going to be called as secondary. Election commissioner is going to be only single person. Now he is going to normally going to have the handshake. That means now only one among them will be selected by the election commission. That is what our polling system basically. So probably because of this kind of similar kind of relation is there with the data communications, the signaling is simply called as a poll select kind of a signaling has been done over here, right? So with this method we normally going to have the communication here between source and the destination computers. So these two are the very popular methods as far as the line discipline is concerned, which is nothing but one of the important functions of the data communication networks in the which has been supported by the data link layer. So data link layer supports the important function called line discipline. Other two functions are going to be known as the flow control method, error control method. What do you mean by flow control? Basically, flow means what? Rate of change of data is nothing but flow in terms of data communications. So therefore it normally going to control the rate at which the data can be transmitted from one computer to the another computer. So in general, the speed of receiving computer should be compulsorily greater than the speed of the transmitting computer. The reason being is that if the speed of receiving is more than the speed of transmission computer, then definitely receiver can easily going to get synchronized to the speed of the transmitter, so that receiver will receive all the packets transmitted by the source computer. Therefore, for that particular thing, for that kind of communications, we normally implement the flow control methods, which has been implemented in the data link layer. In the next session, what we'll do is we'll discuss about the flow control method in detail. Thank you very much for the today's session.